Welcome to Snark Marks, everybody. We are a very funny podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
Follow us on all the stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get the numbies up for Christmas. That's what we want.
That's all I want. I've discussed it with Santa.
Yeah.
You know, the J.K. Simmons Santa. I want my Santa ripped, dude.
J.K. Simmons played Santa?
In the Red One film.
Oh, yeah.
Rock Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock will not abide Fat Santa.
No.
You gotta be yoked.
It was originally going to be a fat actor. It was going to be Kyle Gass.
Yeah.
And then he was like, can we switch up this Santa? As he's peeing in a bottle on set.
Yeah, we got to get this guy on a cardio plan.
He admitted to the bottle peeing, by the way.
And the being late, just not as bad as everyone said. No, I'm late. Just not crazy numbers.
And I do pee in bottles. But who doesn't do that?
Sure. I don't understand. And the GQ article for The Rock, this is not where I was going to start, but like it is the lightest, puffiest. It's like a croissant of an article. They're like, man, The Rock really makes you feel special when you're talking to him and stuff. Oh, really? Like a movie star, probably, is how he treats you.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen him? That's the thing. But I gotta do a corrections department, Dusty.
Oh,
because
okay.
I think it was last week. It was last week when we talked about Red One. I said that I kind of like I don't wish ill on anybody. But I'm happy to see Dwayne The Rock Johnson run into a few bombs in a row. Right. Not bombs at all. He has the two biggest movies in the world right now. Moana 2 is, I think they said it's the biggest animated film ever.
Ever, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track. It's pretty big. It might have had the biggest opening for like the weekend that it opened. And it's pretty impressive. But I see The Rock's not selling Moana. Moana sells Moana. He's
still the guy. I mean, he's the guy that they're sending out to pump up Moana, you know what I mean, to make it so like goddamn, isn't he, what's he doing? Is he doing a live action Moana? They're doing live action something where he's a big fucker in it.
No, Lilo and Stitch.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I wanted to talk about Andrew. I recently became a man in his 40s.
Yeah, it's so gross. But
yeah, it's weird. Did. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I've never felt so old as I was yesterday when the news broke that the Hawk-Tuah girl, who I will refer to from now on as Haley Welch because I hate the other thing. She's a real person. I
thought it was funny for like 2 days, and then now it's like she's still around, huh? She's got the 5th biggest podcast in the world.
And it seemed previous to this, by all accounts, just kind of a nice regular person.
Yeah, she's like, seems like maybe probably a nice girl. She's one of those girls who's like brash, so she's like, I only hang out with dudes, like that type of girl, which isn't always my favorite type of girl, but she seems like a nice person. Yeah,
yeah, she's like 20 years old, so
is she really that young?
Yeah, I think she's like 20. She might be. She's
way.
In her 20s. So yesterday, some scuttlebutt started breaking that she introduced a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, she's 22.
Yeah. Because of course she did.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you put out a crypto coin? And I've never felt so old as trying to figure out. I've already been on record on this podcast. I don't understand how cryptocurrency works.
Yeah. The last time we talked about it for like 7 minutes, and I deleted it from the podcast.
I don't understand how it works.
Yeah.
It makes me feel really old. I don't understand why people buy it. I'm reading stories of people, and this might be conflated because it was Twitter, but people going, oh man, I put $15,000 into the Hawk coin and I lost all my money.
There's a lot of people writing fake, but there are people who lost a lot of money, but there are also on Twitter a lot of funny, like, I put my grandparents' retirement money into the Hawk-Tuah coin stories.
If look, nobody deserves to be to be scammed and bamboozled, as it
Yeah.
appears this is a scam and a bamboozle. What
Yeah.
did you think was going to happen if you bought Haktua coin? What? How? There's banks. Put your money in the bank. And that's when I feel old, is I'm like, does a bank not if you have 15 grand and you're
Yeah.
like, this is it. I got to gamble all this to really make my dreams come true. The meme coin is where you're
Yeah.
going to put the money?
Well, they keep hearing these stories because people have made a lot of money out of meme coins. So, but
Yeah, the people who created the Haktua coin apparently made a lot of money.
Yeah, it's insane how often these celebrity coins end up being rug pull scams. I was like,
Jake Paul's done like 3 of them or something.
Logan. I don't know
Logan Paul.
Jake might have done one too, but Logan did the big one, and his was more of an NFT thing, but they're very similar.
Yeah.
I listened to the Twitter Spaces that they did afterwards, which is very funny. If you haven't,
I have listened to that. I listened to a dude breaking it down. Also, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what this is, because it just doesn't compute to my brain at all.
Yeah, so basically this is my bro side, like my lay understanding of it.
Yeah.
Is most of it, like 97% of it or 94% of it or something like that, they kept. They just like locked away, because what they're going to do, what Haley's idea apparently was to give her fans free coins. Like they would just be like, hey, you're a loyal listener, here's a coin. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And here's your sign. And I think it was like 14% of them, they let people like pre-buy, like they're calling them insiders.
Right.
And those, so when it went live,
that pumps up the numbers.
Because it's scarcity. And then the people have those. And then when it went live at this crazy like $50 million valuation or something. Yeah. And they just dumped it. Like all of the insiders, not all of them, most of the insiders sold all or some of their coins, which tanked the value of it. So a bunch of people bought the coins from the insiders, and as soon as they bought them, all of this supply flooded the market, and the price went.
Yeah,
to the floor.
I just looked it up. 35 cents is what it's worth.
Yeah, and I don't know what it was. I don't know what the highest it ever got to was.
Well, the other thing is, let me ask you this, because this is where me and my wife got stuck in this situation. What are you buying?
From my understanding,
it
is basically like a Bitcoin. So you are buying a form of currency that is on the blockchain.
See, my eyes are starting to glaze, dude.
It's like it's
not your fault.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I just hate it.
It's a lot more complicated than this, but it's basically like digital currency. You're basically buying like but it's like, it's all funny money, but it's people truly believe in the blockchain to be like the future of commerce and the future of everything. Like your records will be on the blockchain eventually. All of your pictures, like your family pictures, will be on the blockchain eventually. Mm-hmm. Everything that I heard a guy the other day talking about how the only way to combat the fake AI videos and all these fake videos and stuff, we'll get to being funny shortly.
Sure.
The only way to combat that stuff is to, if you take a picture of a politician, it goes on the blockchain, and then the politician has to go in and then sign it, certifying that it is a real picture of them. Because it's like I used to understand the blockchain a lot more than I do now, and I'm not going to try to explain it now, but it's basically like a digital record keeping of information.
So in theory, like in X amount of years, oh shit, I want to watch Home Alone. Oh, Home Alone's on the blockchain. I pay X amount of dollars. I can access the blockchain for Home Alone and buy it. Or
I don't
watch
know
it or something.
Maybe. I don't know if they'll do it with like movies, but like it's basically like where you store information.
But for like records and stuff, I guess that's where they're thinking you could do something with it, right? Like Oh, the Wu-Tang Clan record one
I'm talking
song.
about records in terms of like your medical records.
Oh, I thought, okay, because I've
Yeah.
heard a bunch of people, like artists, be like, or people trying to sell the blockchain, being like, "Oh man, eventually, like you pay for access." Because I don't understand. So in theory, if this thing wasn't a scam,
Yeah.
which it appears to be,
Yeah.
uh, like I could, if I had bought this meme coin
Yeah.
and it held some sort of monetary value, and I went to Starbucks and Starbucks recognizes the Haktua coin as currency,
Yeah.
I could buy a latte with the Haktua coin. In theory.
In a future in which they accept shit like that, yeah, like you
Right.
can buy things. There are certain things you can buy with Bitcoin right now.
Right. There are certain stores that accept Bitcoin. Right.
Yeah, there's certain people who, like, when I cashed out my illegal gambling,
Right.
they offered me either a sketchy check from like Indonesia or Bitcoin, and this was like really early. I should have taken the Bitcoin. But I was like, give me the sketchy check. I made up a fake story to lie to my bank about it, and then they just accepted it because they're irresponsible. But
yeah, you got somebody fired from that fake check.
they didn't even ask me anything about it. But
you got a trainee. You were lucky.
They cashed it like it was a payroll check.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Okay, cool, man.
Well, they were like, we trust you.
Well, I worked at the bank.
I
These
know.
people were like 15 feet away from me. So I'm like, this could either be great because I work at the bank and they'll just take it, or it could be bad because I'll get fired for trying to turn in a gambling check.
Right.
But it worked out. But yeah, so it's like, it's basically a form of digital currency that's attached to a meme. The guy on the Twitter Spaces was hilarious because he's like, I just think this shit's funny, bro. Like, I don't know. I love memes. I'm passionate about memes. And this, did you hear that part? The very
I
beginning
missed
of the
that
space.
part.
Oh, you got to hear. The space starts with Haley Welch going, hi, y'all, and then reading like a prepared statement about the fucking horrible rug pull they just pulled. and then this guy, Hollywood Doc, who apparently, Doc Hollywood is his name.
Oh, good. A trusted name
Yeah.
in financial security.
He's apparently Howie Mandel's son-in-law, but he as soon as Haley's done with her like minute and a half
right, the legal disclosures,
he just starts going off and he's calling people mentally ill and saying we got sniped, and he's like, listen, we're just trying to do a good thing for the community. This isn't what you guys are saying it is, and I just like the meme. Maybe if you like this meme, you'll like this other meme. And like, it's one of those guys, you know, the people who aren't funny at all and they don't understand how to make things funny themselves, so they just get really into memes. They become the meme guy.
Sure.
That's this guy, but he's also into crypto. He's the worst type of individual.
He's the dude I don't want to see at a party twice.
He has Rufalin in his pocket for sure. But
my favorite part that I heard was where they were the one of the dudes in the space who knows a bunch of shit about it apparently is like grilling them, basically being like, you stole people's money, we know you did, why'd you steal their money?
Yeah, you're talking about CoffeeZilla.
Yeah. So and he's like, no man, we had to use the money, like we set up a bank account in the Cayman Islands, known reputable banking done in the Cayman Islands. Like only thing worse would be like, no dude, it's a Swiss bank account.
Yeah,
the secret numbers.
Well, he's like, CoffeeZilla's like, hey, who profited off of the $1.6 million in fees that you guys collected on this? Because they put a really high fee on trading.
Yeah.
And the guy just wouldn't tell him. The guy just kept going, the company or the collective or whatever he kept saying, the group. And like, so
you don't know we have to like pay people and stuff.
Yeah. He's like, there's like 18 people working on this right now. And it's hilarious. I doubt Haley Welch knew that she was participating in a horrible scam.
No, she was probably approached in the same way all these things happen, where it's like she's famous right now. She's like really hot at this particular moment, and and people are trying to squeeze every bit of that they can, and they're like, hey, do you want to make some money? Hey, wouldn't it be cool if you were on like a meme, I don't know, on like a meme coin or something? Or they're like, hey, strategic for your business, we can branch out and do this thing.
Yeah.
And she's going to profit off of that, and probably doesn't realize that they stole a bunch of people's money, you know?
Well, she probably does now, and that's the thing. That's what
Right.
sucks. It's like
Yesterday she didn't know. Today she's aware.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
another guy came in and was like, "Hey, whoever told you to do this, you should fire immediately." And then another guy came in and was asking who profited off of this, like asking what CoffeeZilla was asking.
Yeah.
And in the middle of him talking, Haley pops in. She goes, "Hey, hi, sorry to interrupt you, Nick. How you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, hi." And she's like, "I'm gonna go to bed." So
She
and
was
then she just
probably
went to bed.
she's probably on another call. What the fuck?
Dude, because the thing that sucks for her is like in that call specifically, like people are talking to her, people are asking her questions, stuff like that. She can't answer any of these questions because she signed up to do this. Like,
Right.
and she didn't know. She doesn't know anything. And the guy's like being honest. He's like, Haley is new to this space. She doesn't understand what's going on. And it's like, so you just took advantage of a girl, did something that really should be illegal, but I don't know if it is because it's like super. That's why they had to do the Cayman Islands because it's super
Right.
unregulated right now, and it cost a lot of people a lot of money, and Haley's gonna come out making some money, but a lot of people are shitting on her, and it is funny. It is funny that she's getting shit on because like, hey, look into it,
Right.
like CoffeeZilla. he exposes these things all the time. He went to Dylan Dennis, the MMA fighter, and asked him. I can't remember what he offered him, but he offered him a certain amount of money. It was like $5,000 or something to tweet about a meme coin. Like, hey, we came up with this coin. Like, and I can't remember what they called the coin. They literally called it something like scam coin.
Right.
And if you click the link that he tweets out, it goes to a website saying this is a scam. And he posted it. And it's like, so these celebrities just aren't vetting, and I'd stop short of calling Dylan Dennis a celebrity. I mean, he fought Jake Paul, but Logan Paul. He fought Logan Paul. But they just get taken advantage of. It's very funny, but these like crypto bros, there's guys making like funny money, like crazy money on these things. Yeah. And there's children making crazy money on these things. Like I saw a thing, a 12-year-old kid make like $60,000 in like 2 minutes on 2 different meme coins, just on air, on stream, pumping up the number and then dumping it immediately and costing a bunch of people money. Like it's the Wild West.
Yeah. Well, she's also going to lose a bunch of money because I think from what I understand, like her particular coins or whatever they gave her in value, it has to vest for like a year.
Yeah, but she didn't pay for those.
All right, yeah, I guess there's just no money to be made off of it. But that's how regular stocks work, so that you can't do what they just did. And all of that to say, keep an eye out for the snark coin coming soon.
The snarky. Did you find out? Did you know? I was told this by my girlfriend like a month ago, and I forgot to tell you. The snark mark is an actual thing. It's a punctuation mark.
I did not know that. No.
Yeah, there's a punctuation. This is totally on accident. I'll look it up. What it looks like. But it's to show snark. It's to show like irony.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But I guess this is what it looks like. If you're on the YouTube, you can see it. Apparently.
That does look like a snarky mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of them. There's like a question mark looking thing. There's like apparently people can't agree on what this fucking thing looks like. Apparently, but
that's what an eye roll would look like if it were to be put into literature. You know. Well, so then did you have to explain to your girlfriend our stupid explanation for why this is the name of the podcast?
No, she knew that before, but then she texted me out of nowhere and she's like, "Did you know the snark mark is a punctuation symbol?" And I said, "No, I probably should know that, but no."
I don't know. But yeah, DM us and we'll give you the insider price on the snarky coin.
If anybody out there is like a crypto dork, write us in. Tell us everything that we just got wrong.
Yeah, I will never ever. Well, one, probably ever had the amount of money to do it, but I will never invest or understand cryptocurrency, I don't think, but I desperately want to. So if you can explain it to me, please do.
My buddy made like thousands of dollars, like five or more $1,000 by. And you can still do this online. You go to a website and there's a bot that they made that's AI, and you give this website your money and it makes trades for you in crypto.
Oh yeah,
And he just let it sit there for a while and just made a bunch of money.
yeah. I don't know, because like I again, if we're gonna be a funny podcast, it could be something else. But like regular money is now essentially decentralized, other than we all agree it's worth the amount of money it's worth, right? Uh, because there's nothing really backing it, like the real currency, but it still seems more real because we all agree to it than whatever crypto.
Well, and there's
like
something physical, and everybody takes it.
right, and we're like, that's $10, and you're like, but is it really? And you're like, yeah, because it says 10 on it. Like,
but
that's
you can get out of crypto though. I mean, I sold my Bitcoin like an asshole. I had some Bitcoin, and I sold it for a slight loss, because I wanted some shoes.
Well, how are those shoes though?
Oh, they're really really cool. But Bitcoin has almost doubled since I bought those shoes.
Cool.
I could have bought 2 shoes. I only bought one of them. I only got the left one.
Let me ask you this: why has it doubled? This is where it falls apart. I don't understand. It's not.
It's like a stock.
Right, but I feel like I'm going insane because you didn't buy anything. Microsoft is a stock, but they sell stuff. I understand that. The Bitcoin is just a pretend. It's not, or not pretend. It's not a tangible item in any way.
Well, okay.
Who says that now it's worth double? Why is it worth double? What?
Hold on.
I don't understand. I'm so sorry.
The market says that it is purely supply and demand, and the reason that Bitcoin has gone up is because Donald Trump was elected, and a lot of people thought that Trump would be better for crypto because a lot of the people on the left are robots who love the Fed and want to protect the dollar, and
are wary of unregulated funds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But they also are super into being able to control the money and stuff like that.
Sure.
So, but when you elect a psycho who doesn't want to regulate anything,
right? Who's friends with a guy who has crypto.
Well, I mean, everybody's friends with a guy who's got crypto. Spit in the air. It's gonna
land on, but a pretty famous guy.
The thing is, well, yeah, I don't know if he's in Bitcoin though. He's shit on Bitcoin before.
He's a Dogecoin.
He really likes Doge. Yeah, he's a big Doge guy.
I hate it more and more. The more the more I talk about it, the madder I get.
I like the idea of a decentralized currency that doesn't lose value when we go to stupid wars and flood the system with money and all that stuff. Yeah. If I remember correctly, Bitcoin got more valuable during COVID because we were putting so much so many dollars into the system, it was causing inflation, right? So it is essentially Bitcoin is inflation proof because there is a finite number of Bitcoins. We haven't mined all of them yet, but you can't just keep flooding the system with Bitcoin, right. which makes it a more stable thing. But it is still the Wild West. Like I would still I would still want to get out and turn it into real American dollars, but
right.
There's 24 minutes on Bitcoin. We gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah. It's coupons. If you want the short version, listen to the Ron White joke where he talks about buying coupons.
Yeah.
Or the Simpsons episode where he buys Itchy and Scratchy dollars, and then nowhere in Itchy and Scratchy land takes Itchy and Scratchy dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I seeing the live downfall of a person who was famous and now may become the scourge of the land in about 8 months is pretty wild.
It was funny. Somebody like a month ago tweeted like she's in this part of the fame life cycle, and I can't remember what the steps were, but the next one was crypto scandal.
What?
He saw it coming.
Yeah, somebody's always ahead of the game, you know. That 24 minutes is how I feel all the time, by the way. If anybody wants a short insight into how what's happening in my brain when I'm trying to read something, that's the way that it goes. But in other news that everyone can relate to, Spotify Wrapped. Andrew, we wait all year to find out that I listen to the same 5 bands that I've always listened to. There are some surprises, as people who listen to this podcast will know. Famously, I'm off music these days. I don't really listen to anything.
Yeah, I listen to music in the shower. That's the only time I listen to music.
My Spotify Wrapped will tell a very particular story that I can that I can explain, but I want you to try to figure out the narrative. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. As everybody knows, I'm a Tidal guy.
You are a Tidal guy.
Tidal does a form of Wrapped. It's not the same thing, but it's a form of it. I got to find it because not the most user friendly. It's not like in your face. You know what I mean?
Right. It wouldn't want to have too clean an interface.
No.
Dude, my Xbox is trying to do a Wrapped for me. Guess what I don't need? My Xbox to tell me what I've been up to. So you play a lot of Madden. Sure do, Xbox. Thanks.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So Tidal, I'm the one thing that I am concerned about is it says that my most listened to song is a song by Joe Budden that I've literally never listened to once in my life. So that's a bad start. But the rest of them line up pretty well. But my top artists and my top songs are very different from each other. My top 5 songs, none of them come from my top 5 artists.
Interesting.
So, we'll do artists first. Okay.
Okay.
We got Green Day, number 1.
Sure.
Not surprised. Listen to a lot of Green Day this year. Number 2, Eminem.
Also not surprising. We are men of a certain age.
Listen to a lot of old Eminem this year. I listened to a lot of like the first 2 albums.
Oh, no, dude, it's all Houdini. Don't lie to the people.
No, dude, I didn't listen to much of that one. I listened to that new album. I don't even know if I listened to the whole thing. I listened to most of it once, and Abracadabra I listened to probably 3 times. Number 3.
Okay, go ahead. No, I was going to say I listened to it all the way through, and I saw something yesterday that was like, oh, it's a story. If you listen to this half, it's Slim Shady, and then halfway through he kills Slim Shady, and then the rest is him. Yeah. And I was like, that piqued my interest a little bit. Probably still not enough to go back and listen to
it. The Slim Shady stuff's way cooler. Bring it back.
Yeah.
As soon as it gets to Eminem, Ed Sheeran's back. I don't need what's that girl that Skylar Gray's back.
Yeah,
yeah. Number 3, surprise. But I think this is not some of me, but this is because of my girlfriend, I believe.
Okay.
Mary, this is Taylor Swift, number 3.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, we listen to her in the car. She anytime I turn on my music, Mary sits there looking straight through the front of the car.
Eyes glazing over like you're talking about crypto.
Yeah, trying to come up with a conversation point so she can turn the music down. Number 4, not a surprise, Blink-182. I'm a pop punk boy.
Right. At your heart.
Yeah.
Is really
number 5, the Beatles. Once again, not a surprise.
Not a surprise, no.
I've definitely listened to more of the Beatles than Taylor Swift this year, but I think Mary brought me over the top on that.
Right.
Go ahead with your artists. Do you have
All
top
right.
songs too? Do they rank?
Yeah,
the
they do
songs?
top songs this
'Cause
year.
my songs are more interesting than my artists. I can tell you that.
This says I played 897 songs this year. That is a small amount of songs.
Yeah, I don't know if you should pay for this anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what the value point is
Yeah.
at some point. The number one song that I have is "Welcome to Paradise" by Green Day.
Hell yeah, dude.
Or no, Basket Case. Sorry,
Better song.
always confuse them. So Basket Case. I'm in the top 0.5% of listeners of Basket Case on Spotify.
Hell yeah, dude.
My top songs of the year, in order from 5 to 1. "Walk" by Pantera. I do that when I'm doing my heavy lifting. "I Fought the Law" by The Clash.
Good song.
I do that when I'm looting. That's my
Yeah.
that's my.
Wait, you're
looting
doing
song.
songs. We were gonna do artists.
Oh, I'm sorry. This
What's wrong with you, dude?
artists or songs came up first, so let me get to
to
artists.
And can you turn your mic down just a little bit?
Oh,
You are
yes.
peaking like a mug.
Sorry to
Good.
everybody.
Yeah.
I listened to 372 artists this year,
Okay.
and my number one artist, I'm in good company, is Green Day.
Yeah.
I don't think I listen to that much Green Day,
What are we doing?
but apparently I do. They're my top artist of the year, I think, 2 years in a row.
I don't know. Let me see if I can see who my top artist 2023 was.
Because
It's probably the Book of Mormon soundtrack, to be honest.
Okay, so my top 5 artists are pretty indicative of me as a person. 5, Johnny Cash. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love Johnny Cash.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, also Eminem. Listening to old Eminem.
Yeah.
One of my things. Number 3, Alice in Chains. Like some Alice in Chains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Number 2, the Dead Kennedys. Do I love the Dead Kennedys? I do love the Dead Kennedys.
That's surprising that they're number 2 though.
Not for me. I know how much I
for
listen
me
to
it's
the
surprising. Yeah, for me
Sure.
it's surprising.
Yeah. Plastic Surgery's Disasters / In God We Trust Incorporated. Really great album.
All right.
Listen to it a lot. Number
That's
1,
hey,
Green Day.
too long of an album title.
Well, it was an album / an EP that they put together.
Hey, that's an album.
Oh, so yeah. So, but those are my top 5 artists. A little bit interesting because that is not normally the artists that have come up in previous years. Like Against Me's not on there. Run the Jewels isn't on there. Those are both bands that normally come up. I think one year I was in like the top 1% of listeners for Against Me. Didn't make the top 5 this year.
I bet there's some huge Against Me heads out there. I like Transgender Dysphoria Blues. Is quite an album.
That is a great album.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that those are my top artists of the year. So do you have a song list?
I do.
Okay.
We'll go top 10. I'll go 11 actually.
Okay.
No, I'll go 12. I'm going to go 12. Actually no. I'm going to go 15, dog. We're going to go quick.
Wow. Okay.
There's just funny ones. Hold on, let me make sure this is 15. 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. I'm going to go 16.
Okay.
Number 16, Real Motherfucking G's by Eazy-E.
You do love that song.
Oh boy, is it a good song.
Yeah.
You know? Number 15, Only the Lonely by Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
I contain multitudes, dude.
Yeah.
Number 14, Homecoming by Green Day.
Sure.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Number 13, is that what I'm on? 13, Basket Case by Green Day.
Sure.
Pretty good one.
I'm sensing a trend.
I think that might be our last Green Day song. No, it's not our last Green Day song. It's one of our last Green Day songs. Then we got Only You by the Platters.
Okay.
You know that one?
That is
Only You.
Yeah. You're in your love song era, dude.
Dude, that song's a banger,
Yeah.
bro.
Not a discount it.
Next song, Linoleum, NoFX. Hell yeah.
You know, we did do the pop punk eliminator tournament.
Yeah.
So I feel like Linoleum got a lot of play on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably listen to it twice for that, but I
Sure.
listen to that song a lot.
Yeah.
Just beating that one, Superman, Goldfinger.
You have your favorite band, your unknown
boy.
favorite band.
Dude, they're so good. They're so good. They're really bad live, but they're very good.
Yeah.
Singer can't sing, turns out.
Ska could be a tough one in the live environment.
He uses their horns are good. Singer can't sing. The band is good. But
the drums is cool.
Yeah.
Dude.
When I went and saw them, the drummer wearing a thong. Nothing but a thong.
Why wouldn't
then we got Put Your Head on My Shoulder by Paul Anka.
You are a man in a relationship now. I like that for you.
That was before. Listen, you know me.
Right. Sad songs.
You think I listen to Put Your Head on My Shoulder because I don't listen to songs because I'm in love.
Right.
Come on, man.
And look, things might be happening to you that you're not aware of.
What you got to realize is one thing that exhausts me more than anything is consuming art because it reminds me of my life.
Right, because you have no nostalgia button.
Yeah, I was like, I listened to a song about somebody dying, and they're like, "Do you like this because your mom died?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, my mom did die." No,
no, you're like, you have no object permanence. You're like a baby.
Yeah, I don't listen to songs like people are like, "Oh man, you like this movie? It's got a baseball in it." No, dude, I don't care about that. And then Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, next song.
Sure.
Song of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good song.
Yeah. Destroyed one career, lifted up another career.
Yeah. In Dreams by Roy Orbison, next one.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a good song.
That's the one Weezer covered, right?
I walk with you. No, dude. That's only In Dreams and not a cover, you son of a bitch. What's Her Name by Green Day. My next one. Last Green Day song. All right, so you're gonna be this next run. This is the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs. It's gonna tell you something about my year.
Sure.
Because this is not a surprise to me.
Well, apparently it's not going to tell me anything about your year other than what you listened to. Because you. But
what I listened to, it's going to tell you about like what kind of music I was into.
It's not going to define you as a person or anything.
We got Forever and Ever Amen by Randy Travis, number 5.
As long as old women talk about old men, you know.
Oh boy, that's a good one.
I do like that
If you
song.
wonder how long I'll be faithful. Rest in peace, Randy Travis, by the way.
Did Randy Travis die?
No, but he can't sing anymore.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He might as well have died.
He there's a line so slick in that song. What's the one?
They say, I think because you've told me this. They say time can play tricks on a memory, make people forget things they knew. It's easy to see it's happening for me. I've already forgotten every woman but you.
That's right. Fucking dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Try that line out.
Yeah,
dude. See how that goes.
That'll make you forget that he got arrested naked in the middle of the road and threatened to kill the cop.
I'll never forget that. That's Randy Travis's legacy to me.
Dude, he's one of the best singers of all time.
Yeah.
We miss
best
you, Randy.
looking motherfuckers.
Yeah. Number 4, The Race is On by George Jones.
Yeah. You also do really love George Jones.
Oh boy. Well, he's got the next song, Bartender's Blues by George Jones. And then we got Hello Darlin' by Conway Twitty.
Yeah.
I was talking to Kai the other day because she saw me post this on my on my story. And she said that her boyfriend was like, isn't Conway Twitty like horribly racist?
Oh no.
I was like, I didn't vet him. I don't know.
Right.
I looked it up. I didn't find anything.
Okay.
For the record.
Like, I'm detached from his antics, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Ty Cobb's horribly racist. Do I not acknowledge his
exaggerated apparently, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that book was written by like a guy who like really wanted to write something sensational. Ty Cobb probably a racist, but he wasn't like wasn't the guy that book and his anyway.
He might just be grandpa racist.
Number 1.
Super racist. Yeah.
You'll never guess number 1.
Well, I've seen your list, but I still don't remember, so I will never guess it.
How Am I Supposed to Live Without You by Michael Bolton.
Okay. How did that happen?
Listen, dude.
And you're going to tell me that you're not a man who's either like what's the purpose of listening to that song if not because you have a romantic entanglement or you're thinking about someone that you lost.
That's
Not you necessarily. I'm just just cold, no emotion. You're like, man, Bolton's really feeling it, but I feel
yeah.
nothing.
It's a fucking sick song. It's a good song.
Yeah, it's a
It
weird
literally.
song to listen to enough for it to be number one.
I'm surprised it's number one. I have listened to it quite a bit, but it's only
With
been like the last like 2 or 3 months.
with detached indifference, it's a weird song to listen to.
It's a weird song to listen to when it means something. Like, what am I crying in the shower? How am I
Look,
supposed to live?
that makes
I
more
want to
sense.
slap me in the face if I did that.
I mean, you know what? I'm
Like
happy
one of my
for you.
favorite songs in the world, the Grand Tour by George Jones. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
That's a song. It sounds like a breakup song, but it's actually about a woman having a miscarriage. That's never happened in my life. Love the
Sure.
song.
But you can relate to sad feelings about things.
Dusty, did you fight the law?
No, but I get pumped up about it. You
Yeah.
know?
See, doesn't mean you have to fight the law to get pumped up about it.
I can relate it to my own version of fighting the law, which is, jaywalking or whatever the case may be.
See, but you don't. You don't sit there and go, "Yeah, I jaywalked that one time." You just like the song.
No, you don't know what I know.
Did
You
you?
don't know.
Did you?
You
Were
don't
you
know
in?
how I feel.
Hey, Dusty, can I ask
Yeah.
a follow-up question? Were you in Folsom Prison?
No. That's
Oh,
because
it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Apparently, you can listen to songs that you don't relate to, but I can't.
I'm just saying the uh I suppose that it sounded to me like you were saying, "Oh, I don't feel emotions when I listen to these songs." And that is incorrect. So I
No, I
take
just
back
don't. I
my
just don't relate to them. Like
Sure.
it's not like I've never like when I was like 19 and annoying, like I got my heart broken.
Sure.
Sometimes I'd listen to a heartbreak song and be like, "God damn it, yeah, that's me." But like never since have I like I
Right.
don't listen to songs and go,
Because you closed up your heart, dude.
this is me that he's singing about. That's some Mark David Chapman shit, dog. He's singing about himself.
Right. How am I supposed to sing about you? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
All right. My top 5 songs of the year are Walk by Pantera for when I want people to respect and walk away from me.
Relatable.
Yep.
You better fucking relate to every single one of these, Dusty.
I Fought the Law. Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. I was just a notch in your bedpost.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Number 2, Black Dog by Led Zeppelin, which is
All right.
yep. And number 1, Basket Case. And
Yeah.
I will tell you why each of these songs is on my Wrapped. Do you want to take a guess?
Well, sometimes you do give yourself the creeps, I think.
Sometimes, yeah.
By the way, sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. Perfect. No notes. No fat. Just 2 perfect lines.
Yep.
Just couldn't write a better song.
Nope.
But I don't know, dude. I mean, you said when you lift heavy, but you're not lifting. So like,
Yeah, I'm lifting the emotions.
Yeah, lifting the emotions. Do you
Yeah.
play them when your neighbor's throwing bricks at your fence?
I tell him to respect and walk away from me when he does that.
I assume the Green Day thing is because we were pumping up on our Green Day in anticipation of going to see Green Day.
That is some of it, yes. These are all songs that have cool drum stuff that I want to
Okay.
learn.
Okay.
Or have attempted to learn. Black Dog will be on this list every year till I'm dead because I
Yeah.
will never learn how to play that song right, and it'll be the bane of my existence till I'm dead. I can do most of everything. No one cares because I don't know how many drummers were listening to this. Probably 0, except for me.
Yeah.
Bane of my existence.
Taylor Hawkins used to listen. That was a real big one to lose.
Josh Freese, not a listener.
Yeah.
There are very cool drum parts in Walk by Pantera that are very fun. I Fought the
Vinny?
Law has some cool
Vinnie
drum
Paul?
stuff.
Is
Huh?
that Vinny? Is that Vinny?
That's Vinnie Paul, yes.
Hell yeah,
Playing a
dude.
lot of Hurt Those.
I know.
Song.
drummer names.
He's playing Hurt Those. Sugar We're Going Down, just a fun pop punk song. Play drums too, has some cool stuff in it.
All right.
And Basket Case has one particularly cool drum thing I learned how to do this year. So I listened to it a lot. In the top 0.5% of people who listen to it.
I learned Basket Case on the guitar. I did the last month. I knew how to play it kind of, but I actually learned how to play it.
Nice. You've got a giant ass forearm now, right?
I can't play it. I can't play the beginning and sing like the palm muting. I can't get it right because it's like sometimes you're palm muting, sometimes you lift your palm up. Yeah. It's like and like I can do it when I don't sing, and I can't do it when I sing. So like if I ever had to perform it, I would just palm mute the whole shit and then get after it once the palm mute's in.
Then really palm mute the shit out.
Fucking get after it, man.
Where I get my money from Spotify is the 41,694 minutes of podcasts I listened to this year.
You do that for free though.
On Spotify?
You don't need Spotify Premium to listen to podcasts.
Oh no, I'm not on Spotify Premium. It's like it's a bill. It's a thing. I'm on a shared account with my wife. So
no, you don't have to pay for Spotify to listen to podcasts.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, I don't pay for Spotify. I listen to podcasts on there every once in a while.
Do you want to guess? Well, I guess you can't really guess.
What podcast you listen to the most?
Yeah.
Are we in the top 5?
We are not in the top 5. We don't have enough episodes.
Shit. What the fuck, dude? We don't have enough episodes.
No, I listen to podcasts that release like 3 episodes a week.
Who the fuck does that? I don't know of anybody who releases more than once a week.
Post Wrestling.
Except for Rogan, I guess.
Yeah. Post Wrestling, number 1. It's my wrestling podcast of choice.
They just like recap
the week in wrestling. Recaps and stuff. Number 2, the Jim Cornette drive-through.
I only listen to his YouTube videos. I never listen to the actual show.
Yeah. Number 3, the Ringer Fantasy Football podcast. They put out 3 episodes a week.
Who hosts that?
Dudes for the
Ringer. Cousin Sal on there?
No, it's Danny Heifetz, a dude named Craig, and a dude named DC.
I don't know these guys.
Something like that.
House from DC?
No.
No, there's a guy named House from DC on there.
How Did This Get Made? It's number 4.
They're still doing that, huh?
Still doing it. And number 5, the Jim Cornette Experience. Jim Cornette in the top 5 2 times.
Dude, speaking of How Did This Get Made, I heard something the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like naming off like famous guests of something.
Yeah.
And it was like Pryor, Chappelle, Paul Scheer. What? Why are we putting them? Like, you got to take a breath before you say Paul Scheer.
Sure. Versus Chappelle. Paul Scheer is on a lot of podcasts. He's the bane of your existence, I remember. But
I fucking know he is, dude.
Yeah. he's on a lot of podcasts. He wrote a book this year that came out. Like a memoir.
Good for him. I'm not mad at his success. I just he's a funny comedic actor. Yeah, he's a funny comedic actor, and he knows a lot about movies.
Yeah.
And he just hangs out at like Largo. He's like one of those alt guys, but I don't think he's very funny.
But I find him to not be very funny.
Yeah, just the funniness to fame is like the inverse of mine. You know what I mean?
Sure. He's not the funniest dude on his own show. Jason Mantzoukas is much funnier than he is.
He wouldn't be the funniest dude on the train, Dustin.
Mantzoukas is much funnier.
Mantzoukas is funny,
in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sort of sick of How Did This Get Made. I don't think the format has sort of shifted. They don't spend nearly the time that I think they used to spend trying to really think about the mechanics of the movie or like try to answer their own question that's posed in the podcast. But people don't want that, I don't think. I more want that. But in general, I think they found a formula that works, which is like no one cares if you recap the movie beat for beat or if you do any of that stuff. They just want to hear your reaction to the craziest stuff on the show. And that's fine. Good for them.
That's
know.
their thing, man. They're a very big podcast. I don't think Spotify does a Wrapped if you don't pay for Spotify, because I don't pay for Spotify and I don't believe I
That's
have
my
a Wrapped.
that's where my premium comes in handy.
Yeah, hey, look at
Yeah,
you. Because I was
it's
looking to see like what they'll even tell me, because I didn't really listen to a whole lot
yeah.
on Spotify, like a couple Rogan episodes. If I really feel like getting indoctrinated, you know.
Right. Whenever I've had enough of the mainstream news.
No, I like the when he has Protect Our Parks. It's Ari Shafir, Mark Normand, and Shane Gillis. And you
Yeah.
listen to Joe Rogan be the least funny. Joe Rogan is like Paul Scheer's funnier than Joe Rogan, I think. Joe Rogan is not funny. It's crazy how unfunny he is, and he like no sells everybody's jokes, and like somebody will say something legitimately funny, and he either goes or he goes kick 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 kick. Then when he starts getting drunk, that's how he fake laughs.
Uh-huh.
It's the weirdest thing,
There
but
was
that's
something
Rogan.
too. I watched a thing recently where it's like he doesn't like either he's not picking up on people's sarcasm or the like a joke thing, or he his thing now is to just no sell people's jokes. Like somebody
Yeah,
will say something funny that's clearly an exaggeration or clearly some kind of uh thing that's just a joke, and he's like, "Oh, is that true? You really think that?" And they're like,
yeah.
"No, of course, of course not."
It's
And I don't know when that pivot happened. Like there is a currency to like for knowing who funny people are or being able to recognize something that's funny and promoting that, even if you're not the funniest guy. Like that's Lauren Michaels' bread and butter. Even though I've heard Lauren Michaels is actually funny, he's not famous for that. He's famous for recognizing other people that are funny and then platforming them, which is sort
yeah.
of what Joe Rogan's doing now.
Yeah, and even Rogan, like, he still thinks Sam Kinnison's the funniest motherfucker who ever lived, you know? So like even that's sometimes suspect, but like he's been doing the no sell thing for years. He just does it a lot more now. And I don't know if it's because he's like such a big deal now that he
Right.
doesn't want to give people. There's people who I genuinely like I don't want, like for example, I've told you this before. If you go to a baseball game and there's somebody being obnoxious in the crowd, even if they say something funny, do not laugh, because if you laugh, they're going to keep doing it. You're just
Right.
giving it to them.
That's the whole night.
You are condoning their behavior, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like he's just big leaguing some people by doing that. Like he used to do it to Chris D'Elia, rest in peace, all the time. When Chris D'Elia would go on the podcast,
Uh-huh.
he would just no sell him constantly. And Chris D'Elia, you can say a lot about him conversationally and on podcasts. He's a very funny guy.
Sure.
And he did it to Bill Burr quite a bit too, and Burr will like go after him sometimes when he does it. But like now he has, with the Protect Our Parks, like Shane Gillis, one of the funniest guys in the country right now.
Yeah.
I know you're not a big Ari Shafir guy, but Ari Shafir can be very funny.
Sure.
Mark Normand is funny on podcasts, kind of annoying because everything's just like a pun, but like he's better on podcasts than he is in stand up. And Joe Rogan just no sells like a lot of them, or does an obviously fake laugh when they say something. It's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I got to give it to Rogan. Comedy Mothership is cool.
yeah, I don't I watched Joe Rogan's special because I wanted to see what was going
Oh
on.
man,
I think we talked about it on
his
here.
most recent one.
Yeah, Burn the Boats.
Yeah.
That's who he's identifying as now. Like that personality, that's fine. I think him and Dana White probably hang out way too much because they've got the same energy in my in my mind. But I didn't think it was particularly great. I didn't think it was particularly funny. But I am all for comedians getting paid a really good wage and having a good scene, and like if he's willing to put his millions of dollars that Spotify gave him into the economy of promoting comics, that's great.
Yeah, and
Like,
I heard recently that he fought for higher wages for the paid regulars at the Comedy Store, Because like for a while they were getting like $32 or something like that per spot.
Yeah.
And apparently Ari Shaffir actually talked about this on their recent Protect Our Parks, that Rogan like made a big deal out of it and got the comics a lot more money at the Comedy Store, which is a big deal. It's really cool. Like it's super cool of him because that money, like to some of those comics, that money matters. And in principle, it matters as well because the Comedy Store was making a lot of money off of paying paying people nothing. But like, he truly does stand up for his guys. I think they're a little exclusionary. I think it's been really good for comedy and really bad for comedy. I think like Rogan's clan and TikTokers run stand-up comedy right now, which is, interesting. But
I was going to ask you, I didn't know if we were going to get into it, and I didn't know if you wanted to get into it. What do you think about Anthony Jeselnik? Like he's like burning the shit down, essentially, with
yeah,
all of the Rogan guys, and essentially calling like I don't know that there's somebody out there that he hasn't called a hack recently. And
yeah,
and I haven't watched his new special. I've seen some clips. He's Anthony Jeselnik. I saw a thing today where the Legion of Skanks were making fun of them. It was a click thing on YouTube where they were like, they addressed and I was like, well, let me see what's going on with this. They had a decently funny little
those guys are
takedown.
funny. Those guys are fun. Well, Louis J. Gomez isn't like, I don't know. Big J. Okerson is genuinely one of the funniest comics on stage in the country right now.
Because they're like, hey, Anthony Jeselnik doesn't like you guys. And they're like, well, does he not like us? Or does it seem like he doesn't like us? And then in the end, he turns it around. You see, you thought that he meant one thing, but then he does a different, which I thought is a pretty fun, like, again, yeah. I think we've talked about it on here. Like, that's a joke format that you can make fun of and you could say that he's a one-trick pony, but those are hard jokes to write that are genuinely funny.
Yeah, like, he's really, really good at what he does. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, he's been doing this particular thing, like making fun of people who say that you can't say anything in comedy, a lot. He's been doing it for years, and he's right in a lot of ways. He's right for stand-ups. It's very, I mean, even if a stand-up, like Louis C.K. said the N-word on stage, it was a different time, but like stand-ups, you make your own money, and it's all demand. If people want to see you, people will book you. There's almost no way, unless you did something terrible in your personal life, and even then, a lot of people are getting away with it. So like cancel culture, I have my own issues with word policing and stuff like that in the public sector and in like Hollywood and like if you're have a job somewhere else and you say something bad, they get you fired. I have a problem with that. But like in stand up, you pretty much still can say whatever you want. And it got really annoying. I mean, even with Rogan's special, everybody had to do you can't say anything special. Right. Like where they were their whole special is about that. And so yeah, more power to Jeselnik. He truly believes he's an artist, and I think he is too. Like what he does is like he's legitimately said some of the most brutal jokes I've ever heard in my life. Like jokes that I wouldn't even say on this podcast, and I say a lot of things on this podcast. Right. But he does it winking, like that he is what he is doing. He's not like just literally telling you that he murdered his grandma, Right. But so there's nuance to both. Like I understand his point, and I think it's a valid point. I think he's correct, but also I think he also needs to understand that his nuance is more obvious because of how terrible the things he is saying are.
Right.
If other comics say things that are a little bit more tame, people think, oh, this guy actually means that. And then they it's a weird like Goldilocks place where you can actually get in trouble. And then you've got the guys who say things that they actually believe, and then they go, it's just a joke, man. I'm just joking. And that's right. As annoying as it can be. Like that's probably the most annoying out of it. But yeah, I mean, I love Jeselnik. I think he's fucking phenomenal. I've seen him live twice. And and I haven't seen his new special. I listened to, because he was in the news a lot, so I listened to Shark Party. I think that is what it's called. I don't know if it's actually called Shark Party. It might have been Caligula. I listened to one of his specials again the other day, and it's just so good, man.
That
Have you heard his joke about his grandma gave him a Bible, and he needed money for college?
I don't know if I've heard that one.
It's a lot. It's basically like his version of the moth joke.
Okay.
It's like a very long joke. I think it was Caligula, the special that I listened to it on. No, it wasn't Caligula. Thoughts and Prayers? It was Thoughts and Prayers. The episode is called the track is called Read Your Bible. It's 3 minutes and 45 seconds long, and I'm going to spoil this joke for everybody, but it's basically his grandma gave him a Bible at one point. His grandma was very religious, and he was in college, and he called his grandma one day, and he was like, "Hey, grandma, I need money. I'm having a great time at college. I'm going to get a degree, but I need money, or I'm going to have to drop out of college." And his grandma said, "Have you read your Bible yet?" And he's like, "Oh man, grandma, yeah, I read it. I think I'm on page like 68 or something like that."
Yeah.
And then he's like, some time goes by, and he calls her again. He's like, "Grandma, I really need money." And she goes, "Have you read your Bible yet?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I can't remember what he says. He's got like a good tag for all this." And the third time he calls, he's like, "Grandma," he's packing for college. I mean, packing to leave. He's like, "Grandma, I dropped out of college, and I dropped out of college because you wouldn't give me any money." And she's like, "Have you read your Bible yet?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever. I finished it," or something.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "And as I'm packing, the last thing that I see laying there is that Bible." And I think about it, and I open it up, and I open the right, but under the cover, it says "fuck you."
I thought it was like I was thinking, because obviously it's the take on that old, like, oh, there was money in the Bible all
There's
along.
money in the Bible, yeah.
Right. I was thinking like it's hollowed out and there's a gun in there.
Yeah,
That's where because half the fun is trying to figure out where the setup gets flipped.
Yeah.
Like
and he's really good at, like, when I listen to stand up, I a lot of times I can tell where this is going. Like, I know what the joke's gonna be. He's really good. Like, I don't know where his are gonna go a lot of the time.
I just I heard one, and I'll be really quick because just talking about how funny other people are really great for the podcast. But
I think it works. It's better than crypto, I can tell you.
He's like, somebody kept I had a job once. Someone kept eating my lunch, even though I put my name on it. So I was like, I'm going to solve this. So the next day I crushed up a bunch of laxative, enough laxative to cripple a man. And whenever that guy got up from his desk to go get my lunch, I shit all over his desk. I was like, again, that's a perfect, at least for me, that's a perfect inversion of first where I think the joke's going, what I think the punchline's going to be, and then it's the gut punch of it being something else. But yeah, I think it's interesting that he made a really good analogy that was like, every year the NFL comes out with new rules for the players, and you have to abide by those rules. And football is still a game that everyone watches. So if you tell me that you can't adapt based on people saying, hey, these are the parameters now, and the only way for you to be funny is to go outside of these parameters and then complain, I don't think you're very funny. It's like, all right, and he was talking.
I totally disagree with that, but it's a point.
Right, it was interesting, but he was talking to Theo Vaughn about it.
Yeah,
I think, and was also saying like the art is getting away with it. If you do a special and everybody's mad at you for all the stuff that you said, then you didn't get away with it. And it's like he gets away with it because nobody's yelling at Anthony Jeselnik for any of his stuff, and he also doesn't do fake apologies. He doesn't say like, "No, you're right. That joke was too far. I'm sorry for what I did."
His overall point is basically like the goal of stand-up comedy is for people to enjoy it. If people aren't enjoying it, you aren't doing your job. if you want to say these horrible things, you have to figure out a way to say these horrible things while people still enjoy it. So you have to be tactful in the way in which you say these horrible things.
Or
You
better
know what I mean?
at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of people changing the rules all the time and you
Right.
having to be like, oh, well, I can't talk about that anymore. You have to find a way to play outside of the rules, you know? Like, it's like, I'm not saying somebody should figure out how to be funny with the N-word. Like, there are certain things, you know, there's certain things that I'll even, you know.
Why can't we find a funny way for blackface to still have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's tough. But like, I generally agree with what he says because I think a lot of people, there's a lot of just like, especially not non-comedians, like there's just a lot of dorks out there who think that there are funny things about being offensive. There are funny things about saying horrible things, but there's an art to it. And we've talked about this on the podcast all the time. And just saying the horrible thing is not the funny thing.
Right.
But people don't understand that. So
yeah. So, well, since we've done so much music on this episode, do you want to replay the 1 second song challenge?
Sure.
I'm
down.
I added some new songs.
Okay.
So, and also we'll see how it goes.
Remember, everybody, I did pretty well at this last time. I wasn't perfect, but I did pretty well.
There are a lot of songs that I realized within 1 second you could figure it out. Like, which I don't know is a thing that I would have thought before. Because I'm even surprised sometimes what 1 second really means.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, and there's certain songs that are just like that. I mean, that's a cool thing about a lot of music is that you every song is such a unique fingerprint.
Yeah.
You know that you can recognize it immediately.
All right. Let's go. Let me know if the volume is good. Let's go song 1.
That is Tennessee Whiskey.
That is Tennessee Whiskey. Again, see, I didn't think the bow 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 is like that's just 1 second of that song.
Yeah, but you've got so much to it. It's like you got you've got 3. I think I heard 4. I think I hit 4 notes, and you also hear the guitar tone, the twangy guitar tone.
Right.
You know, that song was the bane of my existence when we were in a band. If you are a cover band and somebody in the band can sing Tennessee Whiskey, you have to do it. And it was fun, but I was like, every time I go out, I hear Tennessee Whiskey from every freaking cover band. And,
it's one of the staples. You got to play that and Santeria. So
yeah,
and
freaking Wagon Wheel.
Yeah.
That's all the small things. I knew that was Blink 182, but I was like, I had to follow it for a second.
Yeah, I thought maybe I could just trip you up on the name because it's but that's a pretty iconic opening.
Yeah. It's Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
That's one. Thunderstruck. Okay, here's one I would know for sure. I don't know that you would know this.
All right.
So.
Oh, that is I don't know the name of the song. That is Led Zeppelin.
That is "Fool in the Rain" by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Another song I will never learn to play on the drums.
Even though a lot of those Zeppelin songs, you would never.
Yeah. There's
they had a psychopath alcoholic behind the drums. So.
Dude, you can listen to the raw drum footage or drum audio for that particular song, which is like a halftime shuffle beat. For anybody who's nerdy enough to want to know, John Bonham is drunk as hell. He's like counting it off, and he's like, 1, 2, 3, and then perfect.
Down one of the craziest. Yeah.
It's fucking perfect. And god damn it, dude. Another fun thing they do on YouTube is so they used to record live in a room, right? So the beats per minute would change. Like Whole Lotta Love doesn't stay at 140 or whatever it is. It fluctuates based on how everybody's feeling in the room, right? But now when they record, they put everything on what's called a 16 note grid, and that auto corrects any fluctuations in the time to make everything right on the beat.
Why? You know what I mean?
Because they want it to be they want the snare to sound the exact same every single time.
I know,
right?
but why? You
It
know,
takes the
like
soul-
everybody loves the old stuff anyway.
Yeah, it takes the soul out of it to a degree. It ruins Fool in the Rain. Like you could listen to the 16 bar grid or whatever it is of Fool in the Rain. It's awful. Like because it just takes all the soul out of it. So anyway.
There's also this thing on TikTok where there's like singing TikTokers,
Yeah.
and you can tell that they are pitch correcting their voice on all of their songs, and it's awful. It's awful. Just fucking do it, man. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because even if it's bad, there's something organic about it being real. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just can't do it. If you can't do it, don't be a singing TikToker. You know?
All right.
Woo! What is that song called? Y'all gonna make me go. Is it Up in Here? Is that song called Up in Here?
No. It's called Party Up.
Oh yeah, I was never gonna get that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know the song. Yeah.
Yeah. You got the woo.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
That's an all-time woo. That's an all-time woo.
That's a top woo.
That is Hypnotized by Biggie Small.
That is Hypnotized.
Sicker than your average, motherfucker. That is Welcome to the Jungle.
You're in the jungle, baby.
By GNR. You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby, and you're gonna die. That's a cool guitar part, by the way. I saw I never think about how cool that guitar part is, but I saw a video Slash playing it the other day. Pretty cool guitar part.
Yeah, there's like a weird like delay. Like to play it right, you have to have like whatever pedal he's using.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, that's a really iconic opening to that.
Woohoo! That is song 2 by Blur.
Yeah, this is a way that the internet has ruined my life. I saw a video where it's Blur, it's a TikTok where it's song 2 by Blur, but every woohoo is by Mario. And now I can't unhear it.
Christ.
So
yeah, I'm never gonna watch that.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
It's very funny. But
that is funny.
It's also terrible.
There's a how far isn't that what that is?
You want it again?
Is that that's not How Far Is Heaven?
That is no, it's not.
What is that?
That is Party in the USA by Miley
Oh
Cyrus.
shit! It's the same song.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me find. Isn't that Los Lobos or Los Lonely Boys?
Los Lonely Boys.
Let me see what the beginning of that song sounds like.
It's.
Let me.
I believe
share.
it is
Let me
similar.
share the audio. Let's see if it sounds. Oh wait, hold on. Window title. Oh, I gotta share a screen. It's fucking stupid. Okay. Wait, that's one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. Play it again. They should have sued her for that.
I believe it is legally different enough to where, but yeah,
some Vanilla Ice shit.
I used to be, I was in a Christian band that did Heaven. And I didn't want to tell the guys that I don't think the Heaven he's singing about is the same one that we're supposed to be singing about.
I don't know the words.
Yeah.
I just know he says, "How far is heaven?"
I believe it's about a lady. So
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dirty Deeds by
that,
AC/DC.
That is my favorite AC/DC song. I'm gonna play this
it's one
again.
of my favorites.
This is maybe for my money the greatest crash in the history of music. Whatever he hits the crash right here. Right here. Oh.
I was gonna say I didn't hear it.
Right here, I think.
Oh, it's a good one. Good one.
and it's like a window breaking too. I don't know what the effect is they put on it, but like the thing about AC/DC is all the drumming's really simple, but that guy doesn't hit the cymbals where you would normally put them, and so it creates this weird effect. Like he doesn't hit it on every downbeat like most people do. So
Yeah. Well, I think You Shook Me All Night Long is my favorite AC/DC song.
it's a good one. I just like the that rhythm guitar in Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. That particular riff I really really like. So
Ooh. Play it again.
hold on.
No, that's September by Earth, Wind and Fire, by the way.
You got
Play it
2
again?
seconds that time.
Play it again.
Hold on.
This one's bothering me because I know the song.
You're gonna be mad.
Is it a girl singer?
Tiz.
Is it Fleetwood Mac?
Nope.
Is it Heart?
Nope.
How did I know it was a girl singer? Is it Primus? No, what is it?
It's Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Oh, yeah, dude, I am mad about that.
That's
I am mad about that. That bums me out. Some folks are born made to raise a flag. That is Fortunate Son.
See, that's one where I'm like,
That's a banger.
yeah, where the like where that intro doesn't immediately strike me as something where it's like, oh shit, I would know that from across town if I heard it. But
well, it just shows you that not like how different drums can sound, because like it's not only the drum beat, it is the sound of the drums.
Yeah.
And I don't know shit about drums or sound. You know, it's like that. It's just immediately I know exactly what that is. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Same thing. The drums right there. That is I wanted to do a Weird Al one to trick you.
Yeah.
But Bedrock Anthem doesn't start with the drums. It starts with the under the bridge guitar. And so
okay. Yeah. That would have fucked me up.
Yeah. That's a tough one. All right, let's see.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge. Is it called?
It's not called what you think. They don't. It's.
I don't know what that song is called.
This is why I couldn't find it for so long. It fucked me up. It's called One Last Breath. How do you not call this song 6 feet from the edge?
Listen, dude.
I mean, Scott Stapp knows better than me. You know.
I've got one, but you have to close your eyes because I have to show.
Oh, you have to share the screen.
My screen.
Yeah. Okay.
So just don't look. See how fast I can turn this off.
It's been.
Uh-huh. That's
you know that one?
That's gonna be. Is it Jerry Springer? I think we did this last time.
It is Jerry Springer. It is Jerry Springer. We did 1 week last time. So
yeah. All right. I'll give you a couple more. This one might be specific to just who we are as people, but we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah. That's Ocean Avenue. That could be more Ocean Avenue.
You think you can sneak a fucking Ocean Avenue by me, dog?
Yeah. There's a place off Ocean Avenue. Dude, Yellow Card has a new album.
Okay.
And they just recently played on, I don't know, Kimmel or some bullshit. And they played Ocean Avenue. They didn't play a new song.
That does not give me faith for the new album.
It's called A Hopeful Sign.
Okay.
But did they redo Ocean Avenue? Because Ocean Avenue is a track.
Oh, boo.
Hold on.
If they didn't call it Ocean Ave 2, then they're fucking dumb as hell.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you gotta hear this.
Oh no.
You gotta hear this. I'm not starting from the beginning. It sounds like there's like a intro. So
I can't hear it.
you can't hear it.
No.
God damn it! Hold on.
Did you share your audio?
Shut up, dude. Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Give it a sec.
There's a place off Ocean Ave.
Boo!
I used to sit and talk with you. We were both 16 and it felt so right.
All right, I'm gonna try to get to the
Night.
Wait, this Hammock guy is listed on all of them. Are they all piano versions of songs they already did?
Hold on, dude. I can't hear you. I'm listening to Ocean Avenue. All right, what'd you say?
There's a guy named Hammond on all of the tracks.
Hammock.
Or Hammock. Is it or did they just redo all their songs with the piano guy?
I think that's what they did.
Boo!
I think that's what they
I
did.
want to
'cause
take
only-
yellow card off my.
Only one is also on here.
Nope, I don't like that.
Hey, only one also banger though.
Yeah, but not now. No, thank you, yellow card.
Broken this fragile thing.
Do like
now.
3 more.
Yeah, the album consists of 9 previous Yellow Card songs reimagined and reworked by ambient post-rock duo Hammock.
Nope, get out of my face. I will not be listening to that. That's all right. I got a couple more for you.
All right. Alive? Is that what that song is called?
No, this is Yellow Ledbetter.
Is that
That is the song you're singing.
Yeah.
But I thought because it's like kind of a rip of Little Wing, I thought maybe I could get you.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, they're very open about the fact that they're ripping Little Wing off.
It's a good song.
Yeah, no, it's a great song.
I used to shit on Pearl Jam a lot, but that's a good song.
All right, let's try.
Hold the Line by
Fuck,
fucking
dude.
Toto, dude.
Big Toto Head.
Not in the way you say it, man.
Dude, that song fucking bangs.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, man.
Rosanna, that song also bangs. That has the same drum part. Rosanna has the same drum part as Fool in the Rain. That like halftime shuffle.
Dude, the singer for Toto, if I remember correctly, had an all-time mustache.
Big shouts to Jeff Portnoy, I believe is the drummer who died who was in Toto.
Jeff Portnoy? Really?
I think so. Oh
I
no,
thought
Jeff
he was in Dream
Porcaro,
Theater.
I think.
Like Mike Portnoy was in Dream Theater, I think. Jeff Portnoy is Jeff Portnoy is what's his name? Jack Black's character in Tropic Thunder.
Oh shit. It's Jeff Porcaro. So sorry to the
Yeah, I think you
Porcaro
got
thing.
that. I think you got him mixed up with Mike Portnoy,
Yeah.
the drummer for Dream Theater.
Jeff Porcaro, smooth ass drums on his on all his songs. All right, we'll give you 2 more. Let's try.
Is that walk right through the door, walk right through the door?
Oh no.
Play it again.
All right.
I don't know that one.
That is. What if I told you that the person in the song had a black suit, black Cadillac?
Black suit, black. I don't know.
The
that
boys
either.
had time bomb, black surf. That's
Oh.
Rancid.
Is that Rancid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too well versed in Rancid. What, that's that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What is the walk right through the door song? I can't remember what that is right now.
Is that's not Jane's Addiction?
That
is
is
it?
Jane's Addiction.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Yeah. All right.
It's got the barking dog.
Yeah. Last song.
That's Albuquerque. I was actually gonna do that to you.
Damn it!
That's funny. Yeah, I was way back when I was just a little bitty boy living in a box in the under the stairs in the corner of a
There's-
basement in a house.
There's almost nothing. It's just the drums and that one start of the guitar. But
To be fair, I probably would have gotten it, but I did listen to the first second of Albuquerque like 2 minutes ago when I was
okay.
to see what the first second of Albuquerque sounded like.
Yeah.
But I still think, because I listened to that song recently,
yeah, Running with
it's
Scissors
a point
is
of contention in my current relationship.
Yeah,
is the song Albuquerque.
because Running with Scissors is in your DNA. So
Oh, dude, it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Running with Scissors tattoo
do
because I had my tray table up and my seat back in the full upright position.
you think? I was thinking about this today because I put Albuquerque on the list. Do you think the band for Weird Al makes enough money where just being the band for or have made enough money where just being the band for Weird Al can be like their job, or is Bermuda Schwartz also like a real estate agent in his spare time?
Al seems like the type of guy who takes care of his band.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because it's probably a big band.
He's been in the
when
band
he tours
since the beginning. So
yeah,
like when they were selling records, like
yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's got money.
Weird Al has a 2-disc greatest hits CD, which isn't even enough to cover all the hits. So he's got to they have to have made money.
I'm trying to see if there's like other stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's on every Weird Al album.
Yeah. And a very good drummer. That is really good.
Yeah, I mean, and his Wikipedia doesn't list anything else. I bet he's made.
Yeah, because he had like 80s records money, and the Weird Al records can't cost that much to make, I wouldn't imagine.
Oh, so I found his website. Hold on. So his website, he's selling a book, Lights, Camera, Accordion. It's a 250-page hardcover coffee table book with behind-the-scenes color photos of Weird Al that he has taken.
Black, white, and Weird Al all over. That's what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Dude, I would take that. That would replace my current Cats of History coffee table book. Credits. Let's go credits. Weird Al, Jim Silvers, Exchequer, Apologetics, Pat Boone. He played on a Pat Boone record.
Okay, so this dude's like a session drummer. That's it. I bet that
Idle Hands.
I bet that dude is low-key rich. Like, I bet he lives in a like a nice ass neighborhood and nobody knows he's the drummer for Weird Al.
He played in a couple of Philharmonic orchestras. Ray Campy. Yeah, he's done some stuff, man. He did music for Weird, the movie, which I still haven't seen.
It's weird that it's only on Roku, but very good movie, very funny.
Yeah, and that is why I will probably never see it. 31 gold, platinum, and double platinum albums. God
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And I can't imagine that Bermuda Schwartz has, maybe he does have crazy expensive taste and he can pay for it, but like, I just bet he lives in like a big ass house in LA. And they're like, who's your neighbor? And they're like, I don't know, Ben. He just
Yeah, he's not filthy rich. His name's John.
Oh,
John
John.
Schwartz.
Yeah.
Bermuda Schwartz is a sick name, but so yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's not Weird Al rich, but I bet he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Good for him. I'm glad.
Yeah, for sure.
It strikes me that Weird Al's band doesn't seem like a band you quit. You know?
No.
Like, that's a pretty sweet gig. You stay in that band as long as you can.
Yeah, and I'm sure they made a bunch of money touring. Like, God, I want to go to his new tour. I want to go so bad. But I'm sure they and he seems like the type of guy who would really take care of his guys. Like, because Al's got money.
Yeah, he's known almost all of them the entire time, I think. I don't know that there's anybody that's like been replaced in his band.
I'm seeing Weird Al's net worth at $20 million. I wish Al had more money.
I would have suspected that to be low. Like,
yeah. But
On-
I mean, the net worth sites are wrong a lot, but
Sure.
they're usually who knows. But
It's probably because he pays his guys some too much.
I hope Al's worth. If anybody like, it'd be so funny if he was like the billionaire. I think people would hate him. Like people wouldn't people would be too mad. Like I was talking to the general manager at my radio station. He's a musician,
Mhm.
and he was like, I hate Weird Al, and I'm like, dude, like you don't get it. I'm like, I was like, listen, because we've talked about this. I hate parody songs. I
Right.
hate song parodies. I think they're hack. I think most of them are really bad. And I'm in radio, which is crazy because radio was built on song parodies,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And but Weird Al, lifetime pass.
He's the best. Like,
Yeah.
and his stuff is genuinely funny, which is also nearly impossible for parody songs to be.
And his originals are so good.
Well, and they're funny more than one time when you hear them. Like, there's a song called "The Devil Went Down to Jamaica" that was a big early like LimeWire, Kazaa, like, and people credited it to Weird Al. It's definitely not Weird Al. And I remember hearing that one time and going, "Oh, that's funny. He's after weed, the devil, hilarious." I would never listen to that song again. There's nothing in that song that is clever enough. But when I was driving home today, I listened to "Party in the CIA." Still laugh. There's still funny lines.
And it's the same thing with, remember which Backstreet Boy is gay? Everybody thought that was Weird Al.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever hear that one?
I don't know. Or like even we've talked about Stephen Lynch. Stephen Lynch is really funny. He doesn't do parodies. But even like his songs are funny, but I never go back to listen to Stephen Lynch.
No, that's like a once every few years situation.
Yeah. Oh shit, the ugly ass baby song.
Yeah.
You know? Get a chuckle out of that. All right, you want to do
some trivia.
Dog. Get out of here.
Yeah. I almost accidentally did the dozen today, but I didn't.
Catastrophic for our content. Think of the content, Andrew.
This is the Dozen Daily Trivia. It's made by Barstool Sports. The first 3 questions are about sports, and the rest are about general American culture. It's 9 questions total. We got an MLB question, so I think I tanked a Yankees question last time, so it's time for redemption.
But guess what? It's a new board. 9's on the table.
It's a new day. 9's on the table. Chris Collinsworth spent his entire career with this AFC team from 1981 to 1988, where he totaled 6,698 receiving yards.
Ho, ho, ho. Looks like being a Bengals fan paying off. That is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, wow. I had no idea what team he played for.
And if he were talking about himself, he'd be like, I love this guy. Got a lot of grit. That's his main analysis on Sunday Night Football.
You know what? These guys, they used to have it so down, they would go run routes in the dark.
Yeah.
That's another one. We'll go, well, you know what? We'll try to keep the dream alive. We'll go MLB next. I was going to say we go NHL next. We're going to go MLB next. After coming over from Seattle, Justin Smoke totaled 117 home runs and made 1 All-Star team while playing for this American League team from 2015 to 2019.
Cool name.
I'm thinking this might be the Detroit Tigers, but I don't know. I'm not great on this one. But
yeah, well, any inclination you have is better than what I got going.
I was wrong. Fuck!
8 on the board.
8's on the board with a hockey question. 7.5's on the board.
Here we go.
While Tim Thomas won in 2009, 2011, this Buffalo Sabres goaltender won the Vezina Trophy in 2010.
Oh, dude, remember we talked about this so much?
I've just been studying up on my Vezina Trophy winners. We're going to go Martin Brodeur.
Sure. The real, like, every day I wake up with the optimism that I'm going to get 9 out of 9. And anytime that the hockey question is name a player, I'm like, fuck.
God damn it.
Because if it's a team, I at least, I've got a
1 in 30 or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe it's the San Jose Sharks this time. It never is, but maybe it might be.
Retail and shopping.
Okay.
Since September 2021, Nicole Kidman has starred in a pre-movie commercial titled "We Make Movies Better" for this chain of movie theaters.
Well, it's certainly not the theater chain that I visit, Regal.
Let's try AMC then.
Yeah, I say AMC's like, I think they're the next biggest chain. So
yeah,
hell yeah,
7's on the board.
7 on the board.
Celebrity mashup.
Oh
Oh,
God.
shit. I think it's Kelsey Grammer in the middle,
Okay.
and I think the outside's that guy from Arrested Development.
Oh yeah, the Widow's Peak. That's Will Arnett on the outside.
Will Arnett. I don't know if that's Kelsey Grammer though.
Is that John C. Riley?
No, I think it's closer to. I don't have a better one than Kelsey Grammer. It almost looks like Jeff Garland, but I don't think he would be the guy on this. I don't think they'd pick him.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I'm
Well,
going Kelsey Grammer.
Okay,
You okay
we
with
go
that?
with who you go with. Looks like John C. or Bill Paxton, but I don't know that they put dead guys on the.
See, I don't think, but John C. Riley doesn't have those teeth. The nose looks like him, but the teeth are too straight, I think.
Yeah, the face doesn't have enough character for it to be. John
It wasn't
C. Reilly.
Grammer. Fuck!
6 on the board.
Chain restaurants.
All right.
Founded in 1929, this ice cream chain and brand is known for its soft serve and ice cream cakes with names like Fudgy the Whale, Cookie Puss, and Hug Me the Bear.
I only know this because there's a Patton Oswalt bit about it. This is Carville. I don't know how you spell it, but there it is. Because
Hell
he's
yeah,
like
dude.
the guy who invented it. He would do his own commercials, but he had like a voice that was all asphalt. He'd be like, "Come down to Carville Cakes and get a Cookie Puss." But
Try the Fudgy the Bear.
Yeah.
Television. With its original run airing from 1993 and 1995, this Nickelodeon game show featured lost treasures, mysterious Mayan guards, and talking stonehead named Olmec.
Dude, this is my fucking jam. This is Legends of the Hidden Temple. Give it up for the Silver Snakes, my favorite team.
King of the Snakes.
Dude, I hate
Hell
when they
yeah,
do
dude.
that. Why is Legends of the Hidden Temple the like 6th option when you type
When I
in?
type the entire thing.
Yeah. Also, just as an aside, not a single person ever won Legends of the Hidden Temple. I never saw somebody complete the run.
Really?
No, the Mayan
I
guards
don't think I ever
always got
watched
them.
it.
Somebody must have won, but I never saw it.
You know what I used to like? Was it Battle Dome? What's the one with the wrestlers that had
Terry
what's his
Crews,
name?
yeah, Battle
Yeah.
Dome. I watched there's one on HBO right now called Human versus Hamster, where they
Hell
have
yeah, dude.
humans and
You
hamsters.
just gotta beat the shit out of a hamster.
They have them run like identical to scale obstacle courses, and then can the human beat the hamster, right?
Okay.
Not as fun. You would think the show would be funnier. Not
Yeah.
as funny as I thought it would be. It was a disappointment.
I was going to do. Did you ever hear I don't think they ever aired this. I saw a promo for it where they were going to do a show that was like they basically put you in a bunch of gravitron stuff that like shakes you up, and if you puke, you're out.
Oh no, I never saw anything for that.
I can't vomit, dude. I could have like
You're the winner.
I could. You know how sick I would have gotten, but I would have won. God damn it.
Well, dude, we got to man a team somehow. I was gonna message your brother. There's Pop Culture Jeopardy is a thing that's happening now. I've been watching the episodes. I'm crushing these episodes, but it's 3-person teams.
Oh god damn.
You need 3 people.
It would probably. You guys should probably. I mean, I'd be good at certain things. I'd be like really good at certain things, but like.
Yeah. Well, some of them
you
have
two-
like one of them was like TikTok stars, and I was like, well, I'm out on this.
Oh, you guys will need me then. You
Yeah.
guys will need me. I'm not good at TikTok stars, but if there's anything in the last 5 years, you guys are gonna
Right.
need me. We should do it.
I swept the Friends category. You win like $300,000.
Let's take this offline and message my brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sign up for Survivor, by the way.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
radio host,
Sure,
movie star, good looks.
dude.
You know,
I don't wish this upon you, and it would only be
Yeah.
funny in the abstract.
yeah.
If you got sick on the island somehow,
Oh, dude, it would be so funny. It'd be so funny. Like I'm in the like the confessional thing. Like my eyes are all fucked. And I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, this just happens to me. This has nothing to do with the fact that I'm on an island. I lied on my medical
Yeah.
release.
that I've been eating grubs all week.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if they'd accept me because I can't puke. I don't know if it would be a problem.
Yeah,
but,
the tribal council is like, Andrew's just been laying for 3 days. We
Yeah.
gotta get rid of him.
I've got a problem. But yeah, no, I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna
I
see
have
how it
I
goes.
have offline questions about this that have to do with how you would handle certain situations, but that's fine. I'll ask
Oh
you.
yeah, dude, I'd love that. Well, if you don't want to ask them online if I have to poop.
I guess it is mostly poop related.
Everybody poops in the forest. Just poop in
Yeah,
the
but
forest.
you got to use like leaves. Are you okay? Like, are you okay
Listen,
with the
dude,
idea?
I don't wipe now. No, it sucks. That would suck.
yeah.
But I think I would be really entertaining because of how fucking miserable I'd be. Like,
It's true. Yeah,
I know what I am.
the
Dusty. I'm a
slightest
complainer.
inconvenience.
Yeah, I'm a complainer, but I'm a very funny complainer.
Yeah.
So I think it would anyway. Yeah, if you got any more questions, let me know. Movies. Serving as a spin-off and a prequel to its original 2007 film, Haley Steinfeld and John Cena starred in this 2018 Transformers movie.
Pretty good movie. This movie is called Bumblebee. It's about Bumblebee the car.
Hell yeah, dude.
His
Not the
own
Bumblebee
separate
man.
journey.
Ay, ay, ay. No me gusta.
No me gusta Decepticons.
6 is on the board. We got music.
Okay.
We're usually pretty good at music, unless it's like, what rapper fucking.
Right.
I don't want another pretty face. I don't want. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I know this one.
Okay.
I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. I don't want my love to go to waste. I want you and our lyrics from what 2004 Jesse McCartney song. I want you and your beautiful soul.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I don't know if it's called Your Beautiful Soul or Your. I'm gonna go Beautiful Soul.
I think just Beautiful Soul. Yeah, I couldn't
Nailed
figure
it.
out if it was an A rhyme or a B rhyme. I was wondering
I'm
which
gonna-
one it would be.
I'm gonna double dip MLB.
Okay.
Justin Smoke played for the Mariners. It wasn't the Yankees. It wasn't the Angels. It wasn't the A's. I don't think it was. I'm thinking like White Sox, Rangers,
Red Sox,
Indians.
Blue
I
Jays
think
are
I'm
an
gonna go.
AL
I think I'm
team.
gonna go Indians.
Okay.
Guardians. Wrong. Okay.
Hey, 6 is on the board though.
I got to see who that mashup is.
Oh,
It
dude.
was Jeff Garland. I was right.
You
I
had
just
it.
didn't think they'd pick Jeff Garland. Dude, I literally thought it looked more like Jeff Garland than Kelsey Grammer, but I didn't think they were going to use Jeff
I guess
Garland.
they assume whoever does this is big Curb Your Enthusiasm fans.
He's more famous than I thought he was.
Yeah.
That sucks. Funny comic, by the way.
Jeff Garland?
Jeff Garland's
Okay.
stand-up is pretty good.
He's funny on Curb, you know.
Blue Jays for Smoke. Unfortunately, I should have known that.
It
and
should
you're a
have
Blue Jay
been.
fan,
I should have
but-
known because they've all been things for me, and the Blue Jays are my team, so I should have
Yeah, that
went
is
with
true.
that. Yeah.
NHL was Ryan Miller. We're
Sure.
fucking morons.
Hey,
So,
great job winning that trophy.
God, I'm so mad I didn't go with Jeff Garland because it does look more like Jeff Garland than Kelsey Grammer,
Dude,
but I didn't think they
yeah.
would pick him. I'm glad I at least said it.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. It's on record. That's-
Movie to movie,
how do you feel like you'll do in the physical challenges on Survivor?
pretty good actually.
You think so?
You've seen me. I'm a sneaky athlete.
That's true. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah,
It's the deer hunter.
I would do lifting things. I mean, I work out, but like, you know, I'm not the fastest like sprinter, but overall, I'm in pretty good physical shape. So I
Yeah.
think I do pretty well.
Unless you get a bowel obstruction on the island.
Which would be funny. But that's the
You'd-
thing.
Here's the
I-
thing. You're the type of dude. Like I'd root for you to win. I'd actually watch Survivor if you were on it, but I'd root for you to win because you're my friend.
Yeah.
And obviously your glow up helps me. So
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
So,
If
selfish
I got
reason.
on, you know how big our podcast would get if I got
Right.
on Survivor.
So, but you could be a dude that's just on it. You could get eliminated week 4 or 5. You'd make enough of an impact that you could turn that into like a career of being a guy that's on stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
mean?
Like that's why it works. Is it's
like I would be. I'm self aware.
right.
I would be exhausting. I would be like, but I would be different. So like, I think I would stand out a little bit. Just hope I don't go home first.
Right.
You
Well,
know?
and you'd be on shows that like I've never heard on, but people make an entire cottage industry out of like, oh, you'd go on The Masked Singer, you'd fucking be on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune or whatever, like, you know, and
If Hollywood Squares was still around.
right, and they let you host Hollywood Squares. You could get a hosting gig probably for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, there have been people. That's not why I'm doing it. Well, I mean, I probably won't get picked just because so many people sign up.
Sure.
But like, I'm on the radio. I think it'll help.
yeah,
I have some sort of like wacky personality, you know.
Sure.
I think I don't know. I got to look through. I don't know if I'd pass medicals. That's the only problem.
Well, and this
I don't know if they'll-
podcast, as we've discussed before, is
My
very
mom's
pro
dead.
selling out. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, you take
100%.
take every gig you can get. So
Yeah.
all right. Our movie to movie today is The Deer Hunter, noted good hang, The Deer Hunter, and Super Mario Brothers. The movie.
So Super Mario Bros. Movie has Pratt. It's got Jack Black.
Got Jack Black.
Hold on, let's look at this one because it's got a lot of people. Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, Keegan-Michael Key, who's in everything, Seth Rogen, Fred Armisen, Maniscalco, John DiMaggio, freaking Bender.
I've got it. Should we wish to
You
proceed?
got it.
Yeah.
Walken. Let me see if I'm basically on Walken. We got Streep. We got De Niro. Let me see what I can do here.
Okay.
I'm not going to take very much time because I'm not going to be able to do this. De Niro. Let's see what I know what De Niro's in. He's in Taxi Driver. Don't know who else is in that movie. He's in. Is he in The Departed?
He's not in The Departed.
Fuck.
And you've seen The Departed.
He's in A Bronx Tale
Yeah.
with Chris Pratt. I'm just kidding. No, let's do it. What's your?
All right, we're going De Niro
De Niro.
to Dirty Grandpa, one of the lowlights of De Niro's career,
Hell yeah.
which has Zac Efron, who was in Neighbors
With Seth Rogen.
with Seth Rogen, who's
Who
in
is
Super
in-
Mario Brothers. Dirty Grandpa does have a very funny scene with Jason Mantzoukas in it. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Dude. Anything that gets him work, I'm happy with. The shortest possible is De Niro's in Shark Tale with Jack Black.
Okay. Dude, like I know they had to do it for money. Like the 80s were really terrible for De Niro and Pacino. They're in so much schlock that's
Yeah.
terrible. For like De Niro being legitimately one of the GOATs, it's crazy how many bad movies he's in. Like late
Yeah.
stage De Niro, you know. But again, we're pro selling out. Get your money.
Sell out, baby.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'm on Survivor. I'm in The Meg 3.
Right. Your guy
I'd do
on
it.
Beach in Meg 3. No.
Listen,
Tell
people
my
would be like,
my agent tells them I get eaten by a shark for sure.
they remake Heavyweights. I'm the one of the counselors of the jerk
Of the
camp.
jerks. Yeah, you're the leader of the jerk camp.
Or I play Paul Feig's character,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
Okay, so we've got movie grid. It's a grid. There's 9 squares. There's things on the left, things on the top. We got to find things that converge. So we got Rami Malek on the left, Zoe Kravitz on the left, Eddie Redmayne on the left. I'm fucked, Dusty. I don't know. So on the top, we've got Oscar-nominated film, 3 or more word title, and released from 2010 to 2024. So the one, I can only do one of these.
okay.
And it's going to be like 60%. It's going to be,
Hey,
I know Rami Malek
Yeah.
was in Bohemian Rhapsody.
he was. So do you want to put that in 2000
It depends
10
on
or
what
Oscar
works
nominated?
for you.
Uh,
If we put in an Oscar nom, then you know what I mean.
all of it works for me because I've got another Rami Malek.
I'm gonna put it in. I'm trying to think which one will give us the better thing because, like, I think Oscar nom will give us the lower percentage because I think fewer people will know that it was nominated for an Oscar than will know that it was released between 2010 and 2024.
The only thing that I will say is he won for Best Actor.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's a good point.
You're thinking
Let's-
might still be
Let's go right because then maybe people just go left to right,
Right.
and they use Bohemian Rhapsody. So let's. 25%. I feel like it's higher on the other one, so
Yeah.
I think you probably did the right thing there.
Rami
Now
Malek.
get after it.
Rami Malek is in Oppenheimer. He has a very small role in Oppenheimer. That's probably still a large one, but
24%. Hey,
Okay.
good movie, by the way.
very good. Yes.
I'm the guys on the ringer now. Give me any movie. That's a good movie.
Pretty good movie. 3 or more words, I'm going to need a second because I don't remember. Zoe Kravitz is. Oh no. Let me see Zoe Kravitz's face. I might be thinking of a different person. If you click on her name, you can. It'll bring up her headshot. Whoa.
That's annoying because I was gonna. When you said let me see Zoe Kravitz's face, I googled Lenny Kravitz and I was gonna bring him up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I stepped on your joke.
You stepped on my bit, dog.
Okay, Oscar nominated. I'm going to go with The Batman for Zoe Kravitz.
$67, but we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Shit, man. What else is Zoe Kravitz in?
I don't know.
She's in Blink Twice, which came out this year. So I put that in the 2024. She directed that movie, which is, not a movie that I'm stoked about. I don't think it was very good.
21% on that one.
Yeah. Eddie Redmayne is in The Danish Girl. So let's put that in 3 or more.
Well, what else do you know that he's in?
He's in The Theory of Everything, and I believe that he is in Ready Player One.
Oh, so those all work for 3 or more.
Right, but I put Ready Player One release. I actually put The Danish Girl in release.
7.5. Okay.
3 or more, let's go. Ready Player One.
What happened? Is he not in that?
Maybe he's not in that. But it didn't do the try again thing. But now we only have 3 guesses, and we have
our guesses went down.
Okay, so then for Oscar nomination, I would do the theory. Well, for 3 or more, I'd do Theory of Everything, and then I'll leave Oscar nominated for him out.
I'm looking to see when was. Yeah, he's not in Ready Player One.
Oh, I thought he played. Oh, it's Mark Rylance, I think. Well, that's a bummer.
Idiot.
Yeah, I suck. I'm the worst.
I can't believe I play with you, dude.
Well, you're not going to like this very much. I don't think I have an answer for any of these other ones.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Rami Malek in like some weird like? He's in like I'm a weird looking guy movies.
Well, he's in one of the 007 movies, but it's not. Oh, actually, No Time to Die is the one he's in, so that'll work. Thank you. I had written it off, so
You're welcome, dude. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Redmayne.
I don't know any other stuff that Redmayne is in.
Okay, he was let's see.
He's British actor guy.
He's in I Can Cheat.
Huh?
I Can Cheat.
Oh, yes, that is true. You could cheat.
He's in Les Miserables.
Is he in Les Mis?
Boom.
The Miserable? Okay, great.
He's in The Miserable. So we got 7. It says 8. We got 7. Zoe Kravitz in Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't. She's one of the girls.
I've still never seen the second Mad Max.
What, the new one, the Furiosa?
Furiosa, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, he's in Fantastic Beasts. I forgot. I never watched those, so that's
The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Rami Malek's in Battleship, apparently.
Okay.
The Master.
Yeah.
Buster's Mal Hart.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic Beasts for Kravitz. Vienna and the Phantoms and I don't know if that says Kin or Zin,
I think it's supposed to be Ken.
Xin.
Yeah.
Trial of Chicago 7 for Redmayne, Legend of the Lost Treasure, and Maryland.
He's in a Thomas the Tank Engine movie. Who? Those people looked that up. Nobody knows that he was in Thomas the Tank Engine.
There's some weirdos out there.
I
man.
guess
certified weirdos.
There are dudes that know more than I know.
So the least common one was the middle square. Zoe Kravitz, 3 or more word title. We didn't get that one either.
Yeah.
So
That's
we suck again, Dusty.
that was a tough one. That was
Yeah.
We did movie to
I
movie
just-
so well though. You know.
You know what's it's I know you nailed that one. I get really sad when we open this and I don't know anything. Like there's certain ones where I'm like, okay, I can play this.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
play
yeah.
this. Let's have one that's like Sandler and
Ben Stiller, maybe.
Costner.
Yeah.
I want Sandler, Costner. Who else could I really nail?
Jack Black.
I could probably do Jack Black pretty
Yeah.
well.
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks. Old Hanks.
Old Hanksy boy. Yeah, Hanks. I'm not a like a Hanks expert, you know, but I know my Hanks
Yeah.
pretty well.
I was actually gonna talk to you
I
about
visited an island with him a few times.
dude, if we compiled the amount of island jokes that you've made.
I'm an island boy, bro. I'm an island boy.
I was gonna bring this up. We talked about the Oscars last week, one of the years of the Oscars. There's a popular thing online talking about you should wait like 10 years to award Oscars for movies.
Oh, so it's like you see if it stood the test of time.
See who
situation?
sticks around, right?
Yeah.
What a shakeout happens, right? So I went with the year you were born because there's more movies that we all know. So the 1991 Academy Awards for the year 1990.
I was gonna say I was born in 1990.
Yeah. The winner for Best Actor was Jeremy Irons for a movie called Reversal of Fortune that I've never heard of.
No.
That beat Kevin Costner for Dances with Wolves, Robert
Go
De
fuck
Niro for
yourself.
Awakening,
Go fuck yourself.
Gerard Depardieu for Cyrano de Bergerac, and Richard Harris for The Field. I don't know any of these movies except for Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, no. They
Yeah.
all died.
Actor in Best Supporting Role. Joe Pesci won for Goodfellas. That's a good win.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I hold on to that. Actress in a leading role. Kathy Bates won for Misery. That's a good win. I don't know if you've ever seen Misery. That movie
Haven't
rocks.
seen it. I've heard. Yeah. I've heard,
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it.
We can hang on to that
Yeah.
one. Actress in a supporting role. Whoopi Goldberg for Ghost. I feel like that's something that everybody is pretty much agreeing on, except Lorraine Bracco for Goodfellas is also in supporting. Why you make me do that, Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ghost in a long time. We should do a Ghost episode.
Just watch Ghost. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever seen it, so we could do it.
I watched it when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it since.
The big one here that we could talk about is Kevin Costner wins for directing Dances with Wolves. He wins Best Director.
Hell yeah, dude.
The other nominees are Godfather Part 3, Francis Ford Coppola, Goodfellas, Martin Scorsese, The Grifters, Stephen Frears, and Reversal of Fortune, Barbette Schroeder. I'm not saying that they want to take away Dances with Wolves, but everybody I ever hear talk about film critically says Dances with Wolves kind of sucks. It's really long.
That might have been a participation trophy.
Yeah, or they were just amazed that Costner pulled it off. The fact
That's
that
what I'm saying.
yeah, the fact that
It's like, oh.
Scorsese didn't win for Goodfellas
Yeah.
is nuts. Like
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. It's like there's a lot of flavor of the months that win, but you never know what's going to stand the test of time. You
That's
know?
true.
We're still talking about heavyweights, Dusty.
right. And then for Best Picture, Dances with Wolves won over Awakenings, which is a movie that I had never heard of, Ghost, The Godfather Part 3, and Goodfellas. Again, I will say that Goodfellas is probably the best movie out of these 5 movies.
I haven't seen Dances with Wolves, so I can't comment.
But
I like the Cosman though.
yeah, but good, like Goodfellas is so fucking good, man. Uh, but you got to give it to him at the time. Like Scorsese wins later for The Departed. The Departed is, in my mind, a really good movie. It's not as good as Goodfellas.
Have you seen the fucking Departed? The Dances, Goodfellas, much better than Donnie Brasco, in my opinion.
Yeah, Donnie Brasco is way too long for my
Yeah,
liking.
I like Donnie Brasco, and like, Depp is like super charismatic. Obviously, I love Johnny Depp, but I think it's slightly overrated as a movie.
And it's
Godfather, bad motherfucker though. Godfather?
Yeah. I also feel like the thing for Donnie Brasco was they were like, this is like the real nitty gritty like version of Goodfellas, where like Goodfellas gets knocked for being like really glossy and like there's a lot of editing tricks and stuff in it, but
Yeah.
it's great. Like it fucking rules. And Donnie Brasco might be closer to a real story of what it's like to go undercover in the mob, but it's boring in comparison. Plus, who doesn't love the come up? Like Leota's so good as as a dude who's like, I always wanted to be a gangster.
God, I love Leota, and that isn't that like the opening line or something like that.
Yeah.
Like early in the movie, it was like, since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to be a gangster. Like,
Yeah.
From then on, you're like, you could do almost anything after that line, and it's like it's a mwah. Like,
Oh yeah,
some fresh mozzarella.
You slice the garlic real thin in the prison. I was looking at Awakenings, trying to figure out if I had heard of it. It's got De Niro and it's got Robin Williams. It sounds like a good movie. I might actually watch this, but it's about a real doctor who like well, I don't want to minimize what he did. It's because I don't want to be like, well, it's kind of about whatever. He found the beneficial effects of a drug called L-Dopa in 1969, and he gave it to catatonic patients who had got encephalitis, and then the patients woke up after decades of being in a coma, essentially.
Oh shit!
And I believe it's based on a true story. So, yeah, okay. Based on Oliver Sacks' memoir. So that sounds pretty dope. Like, yeah. I'll check that out. But the funny thing I saw was Awakenings was released December 12th, 1990, with an opening weekend gross of $417,000, opening in second place behind Home Alone's 9th weekend at number 1, where they made $8 million.
You ran into a juggernaut.
Dude. That's the John Jones of 1990 movies.
Honestly, Home Alone should probably win Best Picture and Best Director.
It should have swept the Oscars.
Yeah, we should do that where we relitigate certain years.
Yeah.
And because I'm gonna have, I've seen one movie from that year.
You're gonna have wild opinions. That'll get you on Survivor. Home Alone should be the Best Picture winner.
You hear me out. The Land Before Time was fire.
Which one would you show your kids? Rain Man or Land Before Time?
Or, what's the one with the dogs? The dog.
All dogs go to heaven.
No, the dog and the cat and everybody that runs away and they have
to
come Homeward Bound. Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me. You're gonna be like, man, this when Scarface came out and Titanic. I'm like, no, dude, Homeward Bound came out that year.
I think that's Schindler's List. You want to take Best Picture from Schindler's List?
Yes.
Which one are you gonna more likely throw in the VHS player?
What's more rewatchable?
Yeah.
If we're really getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
When that fucking dog shows back up, dog.
Shadow.
Oh man, he's like Arthur or whatever the kid's name.
Can't remember the kid's name, but yeah, is it Billy? I feel like for some reason it's Billy.
I don't think it's Billy. Hold on. Is the first one called The Incredible Journey?
Yeah, well, you have to be careful because there's a one from like the 70s too.
I watched the Lost in San Francisco too.
Look at these scamps. They got lost in San Francisco. How could it happen again?
Jamie? Peter? Is it Peter?
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah, because
Chance.
Chance and Sassy come home first, and those are like the other kids' pets.
Yeah.
And Shadow, they think, died falling in like a mine or some shit to save the other the other ones. And then Peter's all sad, and then over the horizon you see Shadow, Peter,
Peter. Dude, it's so good. It's like when you found Lucy when the robbers let her out.
That's not a dry eye in the house. Peter. That was oh yeah, sorry. That was a church movie. We could watch that one at church. We watched Angels in the Outfield at church one time.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then there's a part where the guy, the main commentator dude who's kind of a dick is like, I'm on the air. My ass is hanging. And
my ass is hanging on the air.
Yeah.
That guy's great.
That dude, Angels in the Outfield, underrated classic. What won Best Picture? Forrest Gump. Tell me, maybe Forrest Gump.
94?
Yeah, maybe Forrest Gump beats Angels in the Outfield.
1A, 1B.
Yeah.
J.O. Sanders is his name.
You guys a legend.
71. What else was he in? He was in something else.
Is he still kicking around?
He was in the Big Green. He played the coach in the Big Green.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
How couldn't he?
Dude, we got to watch the Big Green. We got to do a Big Green episode. We got to do a Ghost episode.
Yeah.
We got to do something else popped into my head that we got to do. Oh, man, this is going to annoy me because it was in my head. I was so excited. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Well,
Fuck
you'll
it.
figure it out.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Shoot me the text. Anyway, Andrew's got it out. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate you. Send us some feedback. Let us know what theater you were in whenever you heard Shadow.
Peter.
And he comes out all grizzled. He's all fucked up. Tremendous.
They just combed him weird.
Yeah. Follow us on all the stuff. We'll be back again next week, even if we have to take an incredible journey to get back to you on the Snart Marks podcast.
Dude, Chance gets hit by a porcupine.
I know.
Me up, dude.